Hello all, very good day. I'm Praveen Karthik Armugam, and today I'm going to present you a dashboard which is related to the Telengana tourism and the insights on how to improve the tourism revenue based on the data provided. So before that, I would like to give a brief introduction about myself. I'm Praveen Karthik Armugam, and I have 18 years of experience in testing. I've played multiple roles in testing, like from a tester to senior tester to lead to a manager, and I've worked in different domains like healthcare, banking, telecom, and I've used automation testing. I've done automation testing using Selenium and other things. Now that I'm so fascinated about the data science, and I wanted to start a career in data science, and the first step is data analytics. So and then I just wanted to master data analytics and then move on to the machine learning and then to the artificial intelligence. So at this moment, I would really like to thank Mr. Dhaval, Patel, and Hemanand Vadivel for their YouTube videos, which I used to self-train myself, and I'm glad to be part of this resume challenge as part of their code basics initiative. And that's pretty much about myself. And let me move on to the project that I've been working on. So let me switch on to the PowerPoint presentation quickly. So this is the presentation, and this is related to the Telangana Tourism Department. Telangana is an Indian state where they have provided the data to for us to utilize to get some insights to help them with increasing their visitors and both domestic and foreign, and as well as increase their revenue. So let me so that's the problem statement, and the insights that is suggested as part of the dashboard is some of the insights are like top districts by domestic and foreign visitors, CAGR for every year, foreign versus domestic visitors and new visitors, and peak seasons in certain districts across months or year. So that's pretty much on the presentation. I will quickly switch on to the Power BI dashboard. So this dashboard is completely, this is a snapshot of the dashboard that is created using the Power BI tool completely. And this is the holistic picture view of the dashboard. So let me quickly switch on to Power BI so that I can walk you through the insights. So if you see, this is the Power BI dashboard, and we have domestic and foreign. All these are filters on the left hand side, which is used to filter across all these widgets. All these widgets are interconnected, as you know. So this first widget shows there are 357 million visitors altogether in the last 4 years, 2016, 17, 18, and 19, because the data was available for all these 4 years, and the total visitors is 357 million. And these visitors are across the 34 districts, and the districts are listed in this widget. If you see, the system is pretty slow. Okay, you see the topmost district to receive the maximum number of visitors is Hyderabad across all the 4 years, and this is the total visitors, the top visitors uh, across all the districts. So the insights that I can see out of this widget is that there are still a lot of districts. Those are not having even you know less than 10 visitors. If you see Suryapet, you see Narayanpet, the numbers are pretty much very five. I mean, very less and less than 10. If you see the Kamareddy, again the numbers will be very much less. It's like 1773. Okay, so these are the districts that definitely uh, you know uh, having a very less number of visitors visiting them. So let's see quickly what kind of visitors do we have in this the number of visitors, whether they're foreign or domestic. So I clicked on the foreign, and this shows the uh, districts from top to bottom, the most visited district by the foreign visitors are is Hyderabad, and all other districts are very much less. So this is a place of a place where the Telangana tourism administration can take a decision on how to improve the foreign visitors by providing, additional tourist guidance by agencies, and giving some good accommodations, you know, in world class, and definitely there has to be a connectivity, in easy connectivity, a centralized connectivity would be my topmost recommendation to improve the tourism across all the districts. See, for example, the recommendation that I personally feel that would work is that have a centralized location where the people, a centralized location which is accessible from every single district or as many districts as possible. So that would be an hub, and where the visitors, that both the domestic and the foreign visitors might be able to get accommodation, and from there it should be that the district should be within a 10-kilometer of radius in all directions, so that that would really help the visitors to uh, visit as many places as possible, as many districts as possible. So that is my topmost recommendation, looking at the entire data. So this widget is now filtered by the foreign visitors. If you see, the topmost is Hyderabad. Again, if I filter by the domestic, still the topmost is Hyderabad. Okay, and if I let me come back to the foreign visitors. Let's see, there are hardly any visitors in the last couple of districts. So these are really an area of improvement, definitely. And if you see, the graph is projected across 4 years. So let's see, say out of this widget, let's see which is the topmost in 2016. See, the topmost is Warangal, and then in 2017 the number of visitors have raised in Hyderabad, and it has come down in Warangal. I don't know. Warangal is in, see, in what, in 10 plus places it has gone down. But the good thing is, not only the same districts, but also we have other districts in place which has a higher visitor rate visiting them. So if you see in 2018, we still have Hyderabad as the most visited district, and we have Jaishankar, Bhopalpalli, and Yadadri. They have definitely more visitors visiting them in 2018. 2019, again, let's see which is the topmost district. See, there's a different district. Rajana Sirsila has overtaken Hyderabad in 2019 by the visitor rate visiting that particular district. So this is the insight out of this widget. Excuse me. And now coming to this widget, you can see the ratio between, excuse me. So the ratio between the foreign to domestic visitors. You see, there are 99.7 percentage of the entire visitor is out of the domestic area, which is the internal visitors, and the foreign visitors are only 0.3 percentage. So this is definitely an area where, this is definitely a widget showcasing that the number of foreigner visitors must be improved. And coming to this widget, it shows the top 10 districts by visitors. You can definitely filter this by the years also. If I click 2016, I can see the visitors getting changed. See, in 2016, Warangal is the topmost visited district. So it shows that this widget is definitely a subset of this one. Excuse me. So this is definitely a subset of this one. So it gives only the top 10 districts to have more insights, to have more clear picture of what are the districts at top 10 across different year. So say this is in 2016, and let me filter it by this is the overall visitors, and let me filter it by foreign visitors. Okay, see the number of foreign visitors is by the top 10 districts visited by the foreign visitors are these. The most is Hyderabad, Warangal, then Mahbub Nagar, Jaishankar Nagar. And this is for the year filter is 2016. So this way we can filter it out. So again, when I come to this particular widget, this shows the ratio by year in a matrix format, which will help you to view the numbers by percentage in the form of a table. Again, this is a different representation by year. Okay, so the domestic visitors for each and every year is given in this, and in this column the foreign visitors and the ratio. The domestic visitors to the total visitors is 99.61 and 99.66 for 2018, and 99.71 for 2017. And similarly, the foreign visitors are also given in percentage when compared to the overall visitors. So I can click on this particular 2016 view, and the all the related widgets will definitely showcase this filter. If you see in 2016, this graph shows the 2016 filter. The darkest grays shades are representing the 2016. Others are grayed out. Other years are grayed out actually. So similarly, I have filtered by 2016 in this table, and similarly in this widget also it shows what are the districts out of the top out of the total visitors by district widget. What are the visitors districts that has visitors in 2016 is filtered out here. The same filter is applied in this widget in all the widgets again. So when I click on it again, the filter is removed, and again the see the dots are rotating, the widget is refreshing, and this is getting refreshed, and this gets back to the same old widget. Let me come to this one. This one is definitely a very important graph. This is nothing but the CAGR, compound annual growth rate by year across all the districts. If you see, the different colors are different years. See, the rose color is 2019, and the maroon is 2017, and the purple is 2018. So this gives the different CAGR rate for this particular district. Mancherial is the district where this is, say for example, in 2017, the annual uh, rate of visitors increased by 1.9 percentage, and this is a round of value. And in 2018, if you see, it has come down to 0.29. It has come down, and in 2019 it has still further come down to minus 0.13, which means that number of visitors visiting Mancherial district year on year is getting decreased. So that is the insight that this particular graph is showing about. If you see, there's a very uh, minimal size of the when the bar size is very minimal, it means the number of visitors visiting a particular district, say in this case Hyderabad, is not decreasing year by year at a significant rate. The rate of decrease of visitors visiting a district is very very trivial when the bar in this graph is smaller in size, and when it is bigger in size, there's definitely a huge uh, difference in the visitors visiting the district year on year. And there's a positive value and there's a negative value. If you see anything that is under the zero axis, which means the number of visitors visiting that particular district for that given year has decreased. If you see in this district, let's say, what district is this? This is a Jaishankar Bhopal Palli. So this has, so let's see the uh, CAGR rate over above zero, which is in 2017, it is 0.99, and in 2018, it was 1.13. Actually, in 2018, it is 1.13, and in 2017, from 2017, it has increased. Okay, but in say 2019, it has decreased. So the number of visitors visiting from 2017 to 2018 has increased, but from 2018 to 2019, it has decreased. Okay, so this is the insight that we can get from out of this particular widget. So this is for the entire uh, districts. We have almost 34 districts, and we have the population of 357 million visitors visiting, and this is across all the entire 34 districts and the 357 million visitors. Let's say for foreign, let's click the foreign filter. Let's see if this is getting filtered. I'm not sure whether I have made a relationship for this one. um, I think there's no relation because this is a separate table. If you see, I know this is a technical part of the PowerPoint, I mean the Power BI presentation. Uh, I think a CAGR is a separate a table that is created to calculate the CAGR rate. So let me come back to this. Let's see if I can filter it by 2019. I'm not seeing the graph changing. I'm not sure whether it is related. No, it's not related. Okay, fine. Now mind. So this is the holistic CAGR rate for across all the districts for the all the 3 years out of the four. So from 2016 to 17, and 17 to 18, and 18 to 19. Okay. So coming down a little bit, this is nothing but the top 10 districts. Okay, based on the CAGR rate, compounded annual growth rate, in 2017, 2018, 2019. The same goes for bottom 10 districts based on the CAGR rate in 2017, 18, and 19. You see, in a nutshell, these are the positive values, these are the negative values. Okay, and in 2017, Mancherial has, from 2016 to 17, it has increased by 1.97 CAGR rate. If you come back to 2018, let's see Mancherial, see it is 0.29. So it has decreased. Okay, let me see for 2019 and find the same uh, district, whether it's in the top 10 or not. Okay, it's not in the top 10. So the Mancherial CAGR rate has gone, has made it go below the top 10. Okay, it's not in the top 10. So if you see in 2019, yeah, where's Mancherial? See, in 2019, the Mancherial is 0.13. So this definitely would not be in the top 10 districts of 2019. Okay, and coming to the bottom 10 districts, and this is there is something that needs to be noted. Okay, I was initially planning for the top three or bottom three, and I could see but I have made it as bottom 10 because the reason, I have so many districts with the same value, which if I put three, I might get all this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all this from Komaram to Vikarabad. All these 8 districts would be presented in the graph, and that really doesn't make sense for having that widget. So I made it from bottom 3 to bottom 10 so that we can get an insight saying that 8 districts are more or less having a similar CAGR rate. But if you see the number of visitors, that might not be of a great significant number when you compare all these 8 districts with one another. But again, when it comes to the CAGR rate, obviously it is a calculated value, so it is showing a similar number, and this is an area where definitely that gives an insight that these 8 districts have to be improved to bring in more visitors with probably infrastructure, as I told in the earlier part of this presentation, that we might have a need to have a centralized hub kind of place, which is at the center of a radius of 10 kilometer, where the 10 kilometer radius would cover most of the districts, so that it will be easily commutable to the foreign as well as the domestic visitors from this center hub across the districts within the 10 kilometer radius. So that really helps to boost the visitor rate across the districts, and these districts are definitely the ones that might be given a priority. Okay, similarly it goes for 2018 and 2019. And this is another graph. So this is a widget that is given based on the month across the sum of visitors. So if you I can definitely filter it by December. See, if I want to see only for December, I clicked on this filter December. See, I have the December visitors alone across all the districts, across both the types of visitor, domestic and foreign. So let me see, this is 2019. Already I have a filter applied, so let me remove it. Okay, see, this is the total number of uh, visitors. See, 34,411 visitors have visited December across the districts. So let me see how many foreign visitors alone. See, I have 121k visitors, okay, across all the districts. So I can filter it by the year also. Okay, so let me remove all the filters. So that is the insight that we can get out of different for different months, across the districts. So this is the peak season by visitors, and that's pretty much of the Power BI presentation. So let me give a quick glance about the technical part of the project. So this is, as I mentioned, it's a Code Basics IO Resume Challenge 5, and I have used Power BI. I've tried using the Jupyter and Python to remove the outliers, but I somewhat felt that when I remove the outliers shown was for a district called Hyderabad, which is very high, and it definitely it was an outlier. But that outlier needs to be removed only. What I think is the outlier needs to be removed only in case of predictive modeling for the machine learning purpose. So this is for data analytics, what I'm doing right now. So I thought, let me keep that outlier and do the BI analytics dashboard. So initially I tried with Python Jupyter and removed the outliers and got a different data set, but that really did not help me to understand, because Hyderabad is a capital city, and that's a place where we have a key visitors, key number of visitors who are across foreign and domestic. So definitely I cannot remove that outlier for data analytics Power BI dashboard for the purpose of what has happened in the past. So so this analytics is to understand what happened in the past and not to predict the future. So for predicting the future, I might have to remove the outlier Hyderabad for the machine learning purpose to build a machine learning model. But now I needed a Power BI dashboard to understand the insights, what has happened in the past. So as part of this data analytics project, so I kept it. And if you see, so this is my base table, data. I have classified the visitors. I have 8 sets of data, CSV files, and I have merged everything and classified as foreign and domestic type visitors. And based on this, I've created 3 more uh, tables here. Let me show the relationship. See, domestic versus foreign by district. This is grouped by district, and this is grouped by year. If you see, and this is the so-called fact table or the base table. And for Kaggle, I have created the table separately. If I let me show the table view, see the Kaggle column is and the table is, it looks like this. I've grouped by the district and visitors, and then I've taken the visitors by the year, and then I've calculated the Kaggle using the formula here, using this formula, which is like the maximum by minimum visitors and to the power of 1 by number of years by the minimum years, and then minus 1. So this is what I've done. And then, so these are the other 2 tables, domestic versus foreign visitors, to identify the ratio by year and by so this is by district. This is grouped by district, the ratio between the foreign and the domestic visitors grouped by district. And this is the same ratio between the foreign and the domestic visitors by year, grouped by year. Okay. um, so that's pretty much of my analytics and my insights. So what I suggest to the Telangana Tourism Department to improve the number of visitors is have a centralized location, which is uh, like as a middle place, and from that place there has to be a 10-kilometer radius. Within that 10-kilometer radius, ensure that as many districts as possible are commutable within a 10-kilometer radius from this hub point, and make sure this hub point is commercialized for both domestic as well as foreign visitors. So that's my topmost insight. Other than that, we do have regular suggestions like improve have a tourist guidance agency to support the foreign visitors. Foreign visitors means more revenue, right? So then improve the infrastructure on the roads, accommodation, and hotels, different types of infrastructure, railways or buses. Or but I think that might really uh, you know of a huge investment, but still that's a point to consider. That's definitely an important point to consider. And I'm done with my analytics. Please share your feedback in my LinkedIn post. I'll share my this analytics in LinkedIn, and please share your feedback so that I can improve myself. Thank you very much.